Oh no, we are live in the mix. Oh, hopefully that's not too loud. I got this little background music playing. So, yeah, let's go into it. What's working for you? What's working for me? I have a little tip for you. It's called journalism. All right, let me get to it. I've been kind of jumping around. All right, trying to get that music playing at the right level. So you can probably expect that we're going to get a little controversial right now with the Bible and with journalism. So the two are mutually exclusive right now as we speak. And one of them is, journaling. Journaling in itself has helped me tremendously. It has allowed me to look back on my life, and it has allowed me to investigate further what is causing me, what are my issues, what are my problems, what are my concerns, what are my thoughts. You have to manage your thoughts in life, and it has nothing to do with success. It has everything to do with personal growth. And from there, I've seen huge results. And it's the way that you go about journaling, the way you organize it and structure it, that's really going to help you out a lot. And you have to be able to retrieve that information by date. Going back a year later or 6 months later, going back 6 months and looking at old journal entries, or 3 months, or whatever the case, you have to be able to go back and you have to analyze, like, what the heck was I talking about? So that's that, right? And then I'm going to get right to the chase because I know you guys are busy. Also, the Bible. I'm just going to tell you right now, you have to at least give it a thought. You have to, and this is so controversial, because there's believers and then there's not believers, and then there's people who are skeptical or on the fence and whatnot. And let me just tell you, all right, I'm a real dude. You have to at least try it. Okay, this is the sales guy coming out in me. But how did I get started with this? Yeah, I grew up with a family that had religious background, and it was all cool and everything, you know. And then I got lost. You know, I joined the Marine Corps, and I got really emotional when I went to church there and stuff like that. But I never really got into it, and I lost faith. And then what happened was I got back into it, and there was this whole ordeal about gratitude, and gratitude at the time really helped me. It was a book called The Secret, or no, not The Secret. It was The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, and it helped me out a lot. It gave me some insight into the importance of gratitude. And then once I found more about gratitude, I learned that gratitude leads to faith, it leads to trust. It really helps people out a lot, and so I got more into it. And then finally, I kid you not, it led me to church. And what's really interesting is, I'm jumping around a little bit, but what was interesting was when I had this Bible, right? I had this Bible for the longest time, and my grandfather gave me the Bible, and I never really looked at it, you know, seriously looked at it. And then I bought audiobooks on the Bible and stuff like that, and then I never really got into it. I threw it all away. I donated it all, and then all of a sudden, I ended up at church in a small town, and I was extremely fortunate because gratitude led me to there. And then from there, I started getting back into the Bible, and then my life has completely transformed. So before I really go into that, I have, just disclosure, I have not fully finished the Bible. I think I'm not even a quarter of the way done. But what it's done for me is it has allowed me to, it's opened my eyes to faith even more. And I could not believe how unfaithful I really was. So maybe that has a lot to do with my relationships. So this is helping me have a better relationship with God. And I think in our time, it is very hard for me to talk about this because religion is something I guess you're not really supposed to talk about. And then now I'm learning to open up a little bit more because I'm realizing there's other people who are into it. So I want to keep it very factual, right? Because I know a lot of you either you don't have a religion or you are very particular about one thing. And so what I have to say about that is the Bible just happens to be something that is nice for me, right? And I know it gets very controversial about other religions and how they are, none of them, you can't worship other gods. Like, it gets very deep, right? And so I think what I want to talk to you and what I want to focus on is growth, like personal growth. And where this all led was gratitude led me to the Bible, which the Bible led me to more faith. And so it's a never-ending cycle. Who knows, right? Like, it's really scary at the same time, but you just keep learning and you keep growing. I feel life is very crazy like that. And if you're open to things, you may find that there is a level of growth in there. So I highly encourage you to not only, I'd say, try to understand the Bible, okay, but be open to the concept of faith. Let's do that and see where that leads you. Because I want to stay very on point, right? I don't want to get too out there and have you afraid of different religions. I want you to just explore faith and see where that takes you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. I was afraid. I still kind of am afraid, but I don't let that stop me, because no matter what, I'm going to explore the Bible no matter what. I'm going to keep going deep because it is helping my life. And so this episode, right, is about journaling, and it's about the Bible, because I can't quite figure out which one has given me more success. Is it the Bible or is it journaling? Because they both happen at the same time. Sort of. No, I think the Bible happened first. Anyway, but that's what's working for me. And, I go to the gym a lot and I lift weights. So sometimes it's hard to tell what is giving you the best growth in your life. And so I'm always testing and I'm always experimenting. So I think a lot of you who are listening to this episode pretty much know me. My name is Carl. I made the brand Woo Official, and I'm going to keep making the brand Woo Official for the rest of my life, because I know there's going to be haters out there trying to shut me down, and that's just how it is. But from what I've seen, a lot of people read the Bible. That's just you got to look at what people are doing and understand what they're talking about. And a lot of the words about faith, about love, about, what's the other one? There's just so many things. You got to pay attention, about how people think. And you'll see, for me at least, I came from a very tough childhood. There wasn't a whole lot of faith. And I had to learn. And what better way to learn when everyone's talking about, the Bible or whatever, right? It is the Bible. And so you have to pick and choose carefully, because you only live once. And you got to figure out real quick about what is working. And it's very interesting, because the whole relationship thing with God is very powerful, and it's something I never really had in my life. And it makes me think about when I have nobody, right? My girlfriend leaves me, I'm rock bottom. Who do I have to really love? I love me, but who else loves me more? It's so funny, because Jesus loves me. I think I grew up having a pretty good sense of humor, but it's true that that there is someone who loves you, and you got to find that, whatever it is you're doing, whatever, if it's the Bible or whatever you're doing, explore different, maybe not different religions, if you want to call it the universe or whatever, like you got to pick something that somebody loves you. You have to recognize that somebody does love you, and it could be anybody, if it's God or the universe or spiritual, whatever your thing is, whatever you find in your life at the right time, you got to recognize that somebody does love you, and we all need that spirituality in our life. And so I just want you to know that journaling, though, has really helped me out a lot, and I think it will help you out too. You should try the app. It's called Day One. I don't get paid for this. Maybe in the future I'll try. But no, Day One journal app has worked very well for me, and go about it the right way. Be very simple, keep things very brief. I like to do it 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I like to keep track, hashtag 5 a.m., hashtag 6 a.m., 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to the end, so that at the end of the day, you can look back and see where you were, where your thoughts were, and how you're growing. And it's really cool. I love journaling so much. I used to have a physical journal, and there's controversy over the physical journal versus the app Day One journal, or the digital journals. And so you got to decide. But for me, digital journals is the way to go. I still am a physical paper kind of person, but not for retrieving things. I'm a minimalist at the same time, so I don't keep things. I like my technology. So, I really hope this episode helped you guys out a lot. I don't know where you are at in life. I'm glad that you found me. I'm trying to build a little following, and I just want to be surrounded by winners. If you don't like, here's the other side of me coming out. But if you don't like me, I don't care. I don't. I'm gonna end this pretty quick. I don't care. You won't see me around you. That's what's great about life is when you are looking for something and you deserve something, you get the right people in your life. Until then, you got to put in a certain level of work and have a certain amount of faith, and then the right people come to you. So if you're hearing me right now, there's a reason why. And if you only spend like 20 seconds listening to what I'm saying, it's because it was not meant to be. You're not ready. That sort of thing. So for others that are sort of with me, who or at least understand what I'm saying, I want you to know that I'm out here and I'm throwing punches just like you are. I'm a hard worker, and I like to think I work harder than you, but there's always room for improvement. So I wish you the best. I hope you keep doing great things in the world. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.